Hello also to YouTube. Welcome back to more Isaac. And we will try Eden, even though that didn't work out too well last time. Hello everyone in chat. You know, I might as well have chat on for this as well, because I've just been doing that a lot more now. And I thought it would be off-putting for YouTube, but there's been a couple of comments saying, oh, I like seeing everything that you react to. Or stuff I don't, because I don't see it. Because I do miss things, depending on what kind of game we're playing and how much attention it requires. Alright, good damage, crappy tears, but that's okay. Why don't we start with Guardian Angel and box of spiders? So, we just start with good damage. It's very, very rare for that to happen. I got a box. It's full of spiders. I'm pretty sure I've had Isaac runs with the chat visible before. Wasn't there one very recently where I forgot to turn it off after doing... Ooh, what would we have been doing? Look up? I'm not sure, I don't remember. Something, no doubt. You know, the things. It's not too long now until Bumble's out though. I know I was saying that last time, but November's crept up on us. I just hope, I mean, I don't think it's going to be bad, but I want it to be better than average. Boom, 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 boom. Thank you, Blue Cake, for the raid. Book of Sin is probably better, but Box of Spiders is not something I usually take, so we're going to run with this. It's only a single floor, it's a bit overly long, and overly large number of rooms. Hello, Red Dog. So I do have things to talk about, but I'm kind of like killing time until more people filter in case they come in halfway through a story. That is a mimic. That's not really a mimic because it's just a trap chest. It's not an actual monster. Shut up, me! It's not actually my own thing. How was the Nier Automata Final Fantasy XIV collaboration? Was it as boring as Nier Automata? Do you have to fight a giant Yokotaro or whatever it's called, Moonface, as the raid boss for it? Or is it just a gigantic pair of tits or 2B's ass? Be something like that. The story was uneventful, the fights were interesting. Interesting makes it weird. Interesting is like thumbs up. Interesting is like I secretly want to insult you, but I can't. No, but this is my first Isaac run in a while where I have text on screen and you just admitted to defrauding a company. The 2B glamour is not gender locked. Well, that's going to make for... Oh, that was close. Make for some fun. Try to contain your horny though. Oh wait, you mean it isn't a glamour in the sense it makes you look like 2B, it's just her armor? Carl will be having a field day. Oh, I misunderstood. That's interesting of them. Sorry, I mean ... interesting of them. Ah, Japan. Banar was a midget 2B. You mean a Taru? Sorry, you've got to use the right pronouns. Nouns, whatever. He is a Taru. If he says any other word, he's a liar. I would also accept onion, living onion or potato, but nothing else. Of course, gaming stuff. We look like the old man who defreezes you in Outer Worlds. If he was a naked baby, but still had the face of an old man. It's apropos, we've just picked up the full. A bloomin' onion? Yeah, sure, why not? Oof. There's proof the speed stat is pretty good. Don't get hit again though. Why are we getting nothing but mediocre spacebar items? And no bombs. Had it literally 0 bombs dropping. Gotta get rid of the stuff that can potentially ruin this deal with the devil, because this could turn real quick into something nasty. I'll start blathering about things after this floor. This is, like, if we lose our deal with the devil, fine, we'll have to deal with it, but right now, focus on trying to maintain it. That certainly helps. It's reflecting my shots. But luckily all he does is fart. That's not a superpower, believe me, I should know. We could clear another room to get a charge. It's a bad arena. I don't remember what's different about this monstro. Is this the one that enjoys shooting rather than jumping? I think it is, because it keeps on trying to get into position to shoot. For a moment there, I forgot Monstro could shoot down. I was confusing it with Monstro 2's Death Beam. I know I only play Isaac once a week now, but it's a severe lapse in memory. Mind you, he is large and multicoloured, and Monstro 2's often that bloody pink elite. So we are going to get our deal. More HP to trade away, sure, why not? And we will definitely take contract from below. Now we can see through time. I don't think there's anything else I want to do on this floor, honestly. Nah, we'll go down. We're not going to get a deal on the next floor anyway, so we kind of deliberately want to squander it. I don't have a bomb. Unless you meant I could potentially buy a bomb, but there was no guarantees. Haha, funny joke. Don't have bombs when you need them, and then when you don't need them, it gives you 4 of the damn things. So anyway, my talking points chat basically revolve around either me talking about a Christmas horror movie I watched that I alluded to on Saturday. Yeah, Saturday, because it was during Month Hunter. Or Deep Rock. Or I can talk a little bit about Red Dead Redemption 2, which I finished today. I don't know how long it took me because I can't find where it tells you how long you've been playing. Some of the menus are not the best. Little Hopka has redeemed the pun, alright, bring it on. Magic Mush, obviously. I have a skeleton pun, but they're very humorous. I also have a vampire pun, but they suck. No, it wasn't Black Christmas, it was Krampus. Well, I know where you stopped playing Red Dead Redemption 2, Crispine. If you'd played on just a little bit more, you would have got to, like, the story where you don't want to stop because you want to see what happens. Like, I missed out on so many side quests, not because I was deliberately trying to finish it as fast as possible, it's just I wanted to see what happened, and you do eventually get locked out of some stuff. It was a 2-for-1 pun, yeah, you did kind of get more than your money's worth there. Which cannot be said for if you pay for your sub to me, so I guess it kind of balances out. I did notice I had to read the damn thing. Alright, I'll start with Red Dead Redemption 2. It's exceptionally good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. There's still some post-game side stuff I can do, and I probably will. I got to what I thought was the final mission at 10:30 last night on my day off. And I figured it was the last mission because it's called Red Dead Redemption, so I was like, oh, this must be the last mission then. And it technically is. Cut to 2 hours later, midnight. And I've just finished the mission, and you then enter into an epilogue that lasts between 5 and 10 hours more. So I was like, when I realised that it wasn't just going to be a 2-minute long epilogue linking into the first game, I gave in. And I'm glad I did, because it took me most of today to finish the damn thing as a result, because the epilogue just keeps on going. How'd I know when you stopped? Because I know, well, I know for a fact you did one of the missions I did, because I remember talking about it, the storming the plantation. And I'm pretty sure you said something along the lines of stopping not long after that. No, I kind of feel like the epilogue does drag on way too much. But prior to that, the pace was great. Like, I assumed that this is obviously getting it into a position where it links into the first game, because the first game is set after 2. So it's like, I get it, but I don't really appreciate it because I didn't play the first one, so I don't particularly care. Also, without spoilers, because I imagine some people are waiting until it's out on PC, and it's out on PC next month, Abigail is the worst character in a GTA-esque game I've ever played. I despise her with an absolute passion. The whinging, know-it-all, do-nothing cow who criticises everything her husband does, including saving her and giving her exactly what she wants. I want her to get run over by a train. Abigail is John's wife, yes. When I was playing it and I realized like that's all there is to this character, I thought it might have just been because they have to stay true to how she's portrayed in Red Dead Redemption 1. So if she was a nothing female character in that, their hands were tied to give them a bit of credit. But she's whining personified and has no personality. The only character I thought was real bad. And I just could not stand her, and unfortunately she features prominently in the epilogue. Well, yeah, they get to the point of loving, it's just I find it utterly unbelievable because she's so utterly unlikable. Also, after finishing watching it, I screened through cutscenes only playthrough of the first one, just so I wanted to see the key story points of what happens to the characters. Although I already knew because I read a synopsis of Red Dead Redemption 1 midway through playing 2, which I shouldn't have done because I didn't realise 2 was set before, but c'est la vie. I think the thing that's Red Dead Redemption 2 has going for it is the same thing a really good short Netflix series has going for it, something like a Stranger Things Season 1, to avoid getting into any arguments about Season 2 or Season 3. Like, Stranger Things could have made an okay 3-hour movie, but because it's like 10 or however many episodes, 10, 11 episodes, and they're all an hour long each, it gives them that much more time to really flush out a good story. And Red Dead Redemption 2 is ridiculously long. I don't know how many hours it took me. I wouldn't be surprised if I was close to the 80 hours that people quoted. But it gives you so long to get to know all the characters. And you'll change your mind on some of them as you go. And I feel like if you want to play it canon, you've got to also play as a good guy. I know that might be obvious because you always kind of play as like the good guy who's willing to do bad things in GTA-esque games, but I think particularly in Arthur's case, it just fits. He was a fun protagonist as well, I liked him. Can you tell me your favourite quote from it now, yeah? Tell me about the days when you were younger before time ravaged you. Is that when he's speaking to Mrs. Hawthorne or whatever her name is? Although I will say, if you do focus the main story as you get through it, it will get a little bit tiring constantly hearing Arthur just say this isn't a good idea. It's the equivalent to Jim Gordon in Gotham constantly being disappointed by how crooked the Gotham City Police are. It's that, but in cowboy form. So it got a little grating. It was getting to the point where you're just like screaming at the screen, just do something about it then. And thankfully he does. Without, again, direct spoilers, because it matters to those who are waiting for the PC version. There is a very, very minor thing that you do in a side quest that has exceptionally powerful ramifications later on. And I would love to imagine that it's optional, but I'm betting that it isn't. Like, I bet another story mission doesn't proc until you do this certain side thing that matters. Which is a shame, but it's nice that it creates the illusion that just a random thing you did has such horrible consequences. Yeah, we just need a bit more money, one last job. That is the game's tagline, basically, yeah. Just one last job. The characters are all good, even like the ones you're supposed to dislike. They're written well as being dislikable. Oh yeah, over here in Camp Conversations is fun too, yeah. There's actually a lot of categorization of characterization rather, I said that weird, that you'll only get if you listen to by conversations out of cutscenes, which I thought was also fun. It was not without glitches though. I did try and trigger a mission once and walked into a room and everybody was levitating and like 1.5 meters off the floor. That was fun. Had to come back later to be able to do that one. Let's see, there was another time where I tried to get on my horse when it was stuck inside a spawned carriage and just kind of catapulted into the air. I killed an animal where later a camp spawned and it made some of the camp stuff like weird the hell out. But all in all, fantastic game. I can understand why it was well received, and it's not like the first one. It's not just GTA in the Wild West. It's really just a character drama with shooting. Like, it's one of those stories I'll remember for a long time, but just to its credit. End drags on way too much. A bit too repetitious with the arguments characters have, but still really good. Oh, I did not realise it was a double floor. Did I take 2 items? I took 2 item rooms and didn't notice, because I was too focused talking about a different video game. The only one who doesn't understand why Saint Denis doesn't have a hotel. Saint Denis does have a hotel, doesn't it? It's the place where you can eat the lobster. Oh yeah, the quest where you get drunk with Lenny is fantastic. That might be my favourite quest in the game that's not a serious one. It's just... it portrays being drunk. It does do the stereotypical like wavy cam and stuff, but it keeps on cutting between what's not real and real. It's like that scene in The Simpsons where it just goes to scene missing and then Homer's dancing around a maypole. It's wonderful. No, I didn't do the circus animal quests, and I don't think I can now. Like, there's a bunch of side quests I didn't do that or started but didn't finish. And I wish I had, because I didn't realise just how, like, I expected the stereotypical game thing where when it's all said and done, it'll either still let you do everything or it'll revert you to the point where you can do everything prior to finishing the story. But it doesn't do that. It puts you in a position where you can do some of the stuff, but not all of the stuff. Which is understandable because they want to tell a story where, you know, there's consequences and people die, etc. But once the story gets to a certain point, distractions just aren't as powerful anymore because you just want to see what happens. Well, that was not a good item. We didn't get a deal. That kind of sucks. The run is not particularly good. I don't like that all the challenge stuff is locked, so you have to do one thing before it unlocks the next tier as well. So I've done basically none because I didn't shoot 5 rabbits while on top of my horse, and like miscellaneous shit like that. And I played so innocently I didn't do any of the bandit related stuff outside of missions. Oh, you know what? That's another grievance. The mask sometimes doesn't work if it's convenient for the story. Like, the game won't put your mask on when you're doing nefarious things, but I'll remember to do it. But then it'll be like, wanted, Arthur Morgan. I'm like, they don't know it was me. I had my mask on. But the game needs them to know it's you, so they just ignore if you remember yourself to put the mask on. I discovered a couple of bodies, not a lot, but not enough to trigger the quest for them, apparently. I don't know if I can still do that in the epilogue or not. I'm going to have a look around and see. People recognize you by horse and clothes too? Oh, really? Well, it should tell you that then, if that's the case. Although, I still probably wouldn't get rid of... I mean, that's how they encourage you to have more than one horse, I suppose, but... I would never do that to Mr. Horse. She's the love of my life. I'm sure there's a bunch of incidental stuff that you can just easily miss just from RNG, but the game is so dense with content. It also uses actual music sparingly, which I liked, and it's often very powerful when it does choose to use it. It doesn't make me want to play Red Dead 1, because as I say, I watched all the main story beats from it anyway, but it does make me more like open to GTA-esque games done by Rockstar that are like totally different settings. I really would like at least one of those. Oh! Well, that's good, because that means we're going to get Bookworm. Do I take Satanic Bible for survivability? Do I want survivability? Oops. My desk is coming loose. It's because I lean on my desk when I'm playing Battle Royale, so now that we're back playing bloody Apex, my pull-out bit for my keyboard is coming loose again. I'll stick with Satanic Bible for survivability. I think we're going to get hit a lot. Because we're weak as... Well, we're the exact same strength as when we started, which at the start was good. It is no longer good. I liked the like side illegal ventures by other people you could discover, or like just weird shit. Like again, I won't be specific for spoilers, but you can randomly discover that if you rob a certain shopkeeper, you'll find that they've been doing something in their basement that they shouldn't be, and you can actually do a good deed by attempting to rob them. Bye, Echo. The devil. The devil. I should have known that would be the same card because we have contact from below. But I haven't been paying attention to the run at all, so nuts to it. Well, either way, it's out on PC next month. It gets a massive recommendation. If I'd played it... It came out last year on console, right? If I'd played it in the year it released, it would be my game of the year for sure. I definitely nitpicked some things, but it was a long time since I've been that into a game. And that's despite having never played the first one. You don't need to have played the first one to enjoy it. In fact, if you haven't played the first one, you'll probably enjoy it more because then you won't know which characters have plot armor. 2 turrets. I was going to stop and take a drink, thinking, yeah, it'll be some black hearts. I don't know what pulled my Oh, it was the hopper. Hello, Frogler. I can't be specific, but I will say my favourite character managed to survive, which I was happy about. We didn't find the item room. Well, not necessarily favourite character, but character that I just liked the way they carried themselves. We'll just buy this for survivability. Take it, no. We'll take the bomb, because we get a tinted rock so we can get small rock and maybe actually get a stat increase that matters in this game. And then I wasted it on that. I deserved that retrovision, because I pressed the wrong button and used the bomb. And I meant to press spacebar. Spacebar wasn't even ready. Just pressed it. My Isaac Fu is long gone. Thank you, Soul Steel, for 29 months with a tier 1 sub. Welcome back. To be fair, I am also reading chat more. What even is Rockstar working on now, anyway? Are they like doing another GTA, or are they just hoping that Red Dead Online is going to be big? Which I have no interest in, incidentally. Oh, I should have. I need another bomb stat. I need 2 actually, because we know the secret room's there now. Also, what are these rumors I'm hearing about Overwatch 2 being revealed at BlizzCon? They haven't even finished balancing the first one. That could be bombs. I'm going to have to do it. Well, we have another devil card on the map, so that will help. Oh, excellent. And a lookup. It has a story mode. That's unfortunate, because that's what I said they should do. Mind you, my stance, thanks to their taking Chinese dick in their butt, is that I would never buy their games again. I didn't say I would never play their games again. And by that, I mean, if I cracked out my old copy of Diablo 2, I wouldn't be supporting their terrible, terrible decisions. Which I do have. I got the special edition of Diablo 3 that came with a USB stick with Diablo 1 and 2 on it. Or is it just 2 with the expansion? I don't remember now. It was something like that. We are going back to reroll the crystal ball and go in the secret room. It's going to be focusing on Tracer and Widowmaker? Oh god. Never mind. They truly do not learn. Wait, this is still... No, it wasn't. Tech 5 is okay. It's fine. I should have picked up Petrified Poop. In fact, Tech 0.5 might be my primary source of damage now, as sad as that sounds. There is a sin on the map. We already have Retrovision. We could technically get the virus, but that would also slow us down. We'll just go for the boss. And we need our other... Yeah. So anyway, yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2, amazing, fantastic game. You don't need to play on PC. The PS4 version is perfect. No issues. But the Christmas movie, sorry, the Christmas horror movie I watched is Krampus. It's about a family stuck in a blizzard, and The family hates Christmas, the little boy believes in it, but they just grind him down to the point where he no longer believes. He tears up his letter to Santa, chucks it out the window, and that summons Krampus to punish the family because he's lost his belief in Santa. And it is very, very comparable to Gremlins 1, both in tone and look, although it looks better because it's more modern. The blizzard effects are fantastic. Ugh, little gish. A little overly vindictive, like just because one little kid stops believing in Santa, the whole family gets devoured by like, Christmas toys come to life, or like the only CGI in the whole movie is CGI gingerbread men who stab people with like sharpened candy canes. But there's a bunch of practical puppets, like a teddy bear with a mouthful of very, very like razor sharp shark teeth. I'd heard good things and I wasn't disappointed, but I didn't think it was super amazing. The practical effects are great and the look of the film is great, and Krampus especially, until you see his face, which is what we spoke about on Sunday, looks great. Once you see his face and see that he just looks like Santa if Santa had a stroke, he's not scary, and I couldn't take him seriously because I thought he looked silly. But when he's just like a hulking great big figure with horns and hooves jumping off rooftops like he's Superman, like that's genuinely scary. Yeah, it's an accurate retelling of like Krampus punishing children, etc. And like one of the kids in the family asks, because the grandmother's had a run-in with Krampus before when she hated her family, but she got left behind as a lesson to others. Like one of the kids says, what have you been good all year, and then at Christmas you do one bad thing, and her reply is, it doesn't matter what you do, it's just what you believe. So that's also the movie's excuse for like picking on all of them, because really none of them do anything particularly bad. It's just they're being punished for taking away the boy's belief in Santa. And the film opens with an incredibly like sarcastic look at modern day Christmas, with everyone clambering for like toys and stuff in the sale. I wasn't sure I was going to like it because there's one particular shot in that intro where it's showing all the parents fighting over toys and crap, where it's the POV of a person being tased by two cops, and the cops just have gigantic grins on their faces about what they're doing, and I thought it was going to go too far towards like Gremlins 2 silliness, which is fine because Gremlins 2 is fantastic, but it's not scary because it's just a farce. But it stays true enough a horror. If you like practical effects, it's very good at that. Practical monsters. It's not overly scary. There's not really any jump scares because the only ones that are incredibly telegraphed. And it doesn't have any kind of deep meaning message or anything like that, really. Don't Germans have another being around Christmas that do stuff besides Krampus? Are you thinking of Saint... No, I don't remember. No, not Saint Nicholas, that's Santa. Or is Saint Nicholas a different person? Is St. Nicholas Santa's cousin Nick, who just asks him to go bowling all the time? Or to quote a Mitchell and Webb sketch, just sleeps with Mrs. Claus and then causes a family argument? We didn't get the final item room. God damn it. I think the takeaway from Krampus though is like, why is Santa Claus complacent to this horribleness done by Krampus? Because it's not a naughty or nice situation, it's a believe or don't believe situation. So I think I couldn't get behind the movie on that level, and that kind of detracted from it. It's worth watching just for the fantastic blizzard effects and how cool Krampus looks at a distance. Once you see his face, however, you will not be able to take him seriously and you will laugh. Assuming you find stroke victims funny. You monster. Wow. Santa Claus has nothing to do with Jesus. So wait, St. Nicholas is someone different from Santa? In what mythology? So St. Nicholas chills with Krampus, while Santa Claus is complacent to them abducting families and subjecting them to Christmas morning for all eternity. Spoilers. Central European folklore. I'm going to choose to specifically blame Zeppel. Oh, it's non-corporate Santa. That's a better explanation, actually. I understand that. I keep on shooting a bloody scapegoat. Which is the point, but for the enemies, not for me. I didn't do much else with my day off besides that, incidentally. It was pretty much all Red Dead Redemption 2 after doing the weekly shop. I did a little bit of painting. I haven't posted any paintings of miniatures for a while because I've just been doing like stuff I've already shown off, multiples, so nothing really to show. My night model order for the October 4th sale finally got dispatched, so we'll see in a couple of days, well maybe tomorrow ideally. One, if I get everything I actually ordered, and two, if everything is in the boxes, because we've been talking about it in Discord, and some boxes have been missing parts. Coca-Cola Santa is nice. Oh no, now you've got that bloody Coca-Cola Christmas theme song stuck in my head. The holidays are coming, etc. I haven't even watched TV long enough to have seen that in like 10 years. And it's ingrained in there. And it's always the same advert as well because so many people remember it, at least in this country. Oh, do you know what everybody in the UK is getting for Christmas? A general election. It's pretty neat. That's pretty much proof that God is dead. We're probably going to die on this floor or the next floor, but also for the record. I had no interest in Dr. Manhattan's gigantic blue wang. No, I can't make that joke. No, that one's not going past the... That didn't get past the first check. There was a second part to that sentence and I'm not doing it. Nope. It got caught in the filter for good reason.
I found pills.
I'll tell you when you're older. Well, you are older now than you were a second ago, yeah. Actually, there's bugger all people here. I was going to say that's what I have a channel avatar for. Because he's blue as well. Ergo, you know. Ergo blue dongle. No, that already exists from the Overwatch days when people became obsessed with drawing button mouse pad versions of my channel avatar. Well, I say people, there was only 2 people who did it, but that's still more than 0. Discussing how they posted online. I don't believe so anymore now. And I still have the Genji mousepad that somebody sent me that is still unopened. I don't remember where it is now since the move, but I still have it. Because it would have been rude to throw away. No, there was no websites. They got sent to me through Twitter. When I used to show off fan art in my like channel updates and whatnot, but I believe I couldn't. Well, I couldn't show one of them. I can't remember if I showed the other. Why isn't that thing dying? It's still not dead. Why isn't it dying? Why is this thing here not? It's not got the king icon. Christ. Oh, I forgot we haven't had a single damage up this entire run. Right, that's why it's not dying. It wouldn't ever be in Discord. I didn't have a Discord at the time. It was Twitter and that was it. If I remember rightly, one of the artists that did it got like annoyed at the other one for also doing it because they told me they got angry messages from them or something. You know, I miss the money from being popular. I don't miss the shit that goes along with it. Like fans arguing with fans or getting annoyed at me if I happen to say something mildly like a political leaning. Like all the Americans who got pissed off when I called Trump a cunt. I remember I said that and then someone said, oh no, but Hillary is a cunt as well. And I just blocked them because I don't have time for idiots. And they tried to get a hashtag going about me blocking them on Twitter because they felt that I was not giving them freedom of speech by blocking them. Or sorry, I banned them in Twitch chat. But the Twitter altercation was the thing that prompted it. Thank you, Spoonchuck, for 34 months in a row with a tier 2 sub. I appreciate the support. How did you miss this? I don't... Well, I mean, I definitely mentioned it before. There was someone who got personally offended on the Reaper, but I mean the Overwatch character Reaper's behalf when something I said could have been taken out of context mildly to imply I was calling him a girl. In one of the videos we did where I think it was like 3 Reapers and 3 Soldier 76s. They got personally offended because something I said in that. I don't remember specifically. It was something like you could construe as I was calling him a ladyboy, which I wasn't, but you could construe it like that. So they got personally offended and went on a whole crusade. Like, people are very, very bored. And if you're popular for something and they're very, very bored, they'll look for an excuse to use you as a means to not be bored. And sometimes that's good in the sense of watching your videos, and then sometimes it's just they want to get angry at someone. Like, not to get too personal, but to use a recent example, it's very clear that Magic Bananas was going through some stuff. He was saying some very growingly disturbing things. So to use getting timed out once for spamming too many emotes as an excuse to cut ties with this community forever shows that he's dealing with some stuff. And that's why I didn't say anything, because clearly the issue is not that he was timed out, the issue is he has some stuff to work through, and I hope he gets there. But, you know, I learned from the Overwatch stuff that eventually you just gotta stop caring and ignore and block. Yeah, there's a lot of fragile personality online. Well, and real life too, it's just it's much easier to see online. But there were times where, like back in the day when you would see those type of things, you'd just like laugh and shake your head. But if you see too much of it, you start to realise, oh, there's actually quite a few people that dumb or that weird or wrong or insecure or just not quite right, and that makes you start to worry. Crossface? Nope. Oh yeah, a problem blamed on someone else is always easier to deal with. And it's not like I'm a saint, it's not like I haven't done that as well. It's a natural response. But it's always very easy to want to take the high ground, especially in online arguments, which is what makes them so tedious. And why it's better to always just walk away than have an argument, because nobody wins. Do you know who's really to blame? Your mother? Sorry, that was rude of me. Tell her I say hi, though. That's also why I lurk as well. Oh, we got a small rock. We actually got another damage up. Amazing. Yes, amazing. Good shot. Great.
It don't matter. None of this matters.
Thank you, LoJack, for the protection money and for putting Hat Girl on our screens. Oh, I see. It's not a message you want me to read out, though. I am sorry to hear that. I can't read it fully. I'm going to the daily. I have no idea how to actually go to see the full message in this, but I see the gist of it. Hope you're doing okay. That's something I'm going to have to sort. If anything, send positive vibes to LoJack. This might be slightly, well, it's tangential, but it might be slightly insensitive, so I apologise if it's taken as such. It's not meant as such, but when I lost a horse in Red Dead Redemption 2, I went on a murderous rampage. Well, we've got our choice of books. I think I'm going to trade survivability for damage. We'll take the risk at this point. Damage. It's the start. I was gonna say we haven't had a Tears Up, no, but we did. What Tears Up did I get? Because we started at 18. Krampus. No, we had Krampus. Death's List, not worth it. Not at this point. You called your Arabian abomination. Oh, I have a question about Red Dead Redemption 2. I apologise if it's spoilers for like an Easter egg. Is Bigfoot in the game? You think so? Okay, because I'm pretty sure I saw him. I was just going through the woods and I saw what looked like a stark naked man, but they were very hairy and they were just running through the trees, but then I got attacked by wolves and I couldn't find them afterwards. Oh yeah, is there more than one alien encounter? Because I had one. I'm also chuffed with how much stuff I just stumbled on, because I was, especially in the early moments of playing it, I was just exploring everywhere. If you do play it for yourself, do a lot of your exploring in the early game. Like first camp, second camp. Really take your time to enjoy, because it becomes harder after that. Just go live a pleasant life. Oh, Red Dead is the game where you get an achievement for doing like the classic villain thing of tying a woman up and putting her on a train tracks, right? I never did that. Or was that in Red Dead Redemption 1? Finally, you teleported closer. Damn it. That was my last bomb. I should have used it here to try for a secret room. Oh, you know what was amusing? Like when I was watching... I don't know what hit me there. When I was watching cutscenes from Red Dead Redemption 1, just like how all the characters who are in 2 are obviously much older in Red Dead Redemption 1, and yet the actors sound younger because obviously they were however many years younger. You can really tell Dutch is straining a little bit during 2. So, Dutch are playing someone in their, like, maybe early 40s, but your voice is straining like you're a man in your 50s. What's up with that? And then you go see Red Dead Redemption 1. Oh, Dutch, you're in your, like, what, 60s? And you sound like a man that's 30? What's up with that? RNG could kill us here. Not yet. There we go. RNG got us. That's the end of the run. Thanks for watching, YouTube. See you later.